Hi, this lab is about double displacement reactions. These kinds of reactions are also called double replacement reactions, exchange reactions, metathesis reactions. And we're going to be focusing on a particular subset of these reactions. We're going to be focusing on what are called precipitation reactions. So what is a double displacement reaction? It's when you combine two ionic compounds. One of them has an anion and a cation, the other one has an anion and a cation, and then they're going to swap partners. So you're still going to end up with two ionic compounds, but one of those pairs, or possibly even both of them, but one of those pairs is going to be insoluble in water. And because it's insoluble, you're actually going to see a precipitate appear. You're going to see a solid appear in the solution. That's what you're looking for. If you don't see anything happening, then we say no reaction. And this means that all of the ions are soluble in water. Okay, let's get started. So as a demonstration, I'm going to do a reaction between lead nitrate and sodium carbonate. So that is lead 2 nitrate, lead 2 nitrate. So I'm going to put a few drops of lead 2 nitrate right here. All right. And then I'm adding sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate. All right. And now I will repeat this under the microscope. First, I'll put in the sodium carbonate. Five drops again. And then I will add the lead nitrate. Lead 2 nitrate. All right. Here's a close-up shot under the microscope. Okay, so this is demonstration number 1. I'll be combining silver 1 nitrate, silver nitrate, with strontium chloride, strontium chloride, okay? So here goes. All right, that is the silver nitrate. And now here is the strontium chloride. And again, under the microscope, here is the silver nitrate. All right. And here is the strontium chloride. Here's a close-up on that reaction. Demonstration number 2. We'll be combining copper 2 sulfate, copper 2 sulfate, with sodium phosphate. Sodium phosphate. Okay. Copper 2 sulfate, copper 2 sulfate. And I'm giving you two backgrounds, one white and one dark. So whichever one shows up the best will be the one you can use. Here's the sodium phosphate being added. And here's a close-up. Okay, this is demonstration 3. We'll be combining silver 1 nitrate, also known as just silver nitrate, with potassium iodide. Potassium iodide. Potassium iodide. And silver 1 nitrate. And here's a close-up. Demonstration 4. We will be mixing strontium chloride with sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate. Strontium chloride with sodium carbonate. Here's a close-up. Demonstration 5. Copper 2 sulfate. That's copper 2 sulfate with sodium hydroxide. Okay. We'll repeat that under the microscope. Sodium hydroxide with copper 2 sulfate. And here's a close-up. I'll actually move this around a little bit so you can see it against the white as well. Here we go. Okay. Demonstration 6. Lithium nitrate. Lithium nitrate combined with sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Okay, under the microscope, sodium chloride and now we're going to add the lithium nitrate. And this is a close-up. Demonstration 7. Calcium chloride. Calcium chloride and sodium phosphate. Sodium phosphate. Calcium chloride and sodium phosphate. Sodium phosphate. And here's a close-up. Demonstration 8. Zinc chloride. Zinc chloride and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Zinc chloride and sodium hydroxide. Okay, again, zinc chloride and sodium hydroxide. Get that right under the microscope there. Sodium hydroxide. Okay, we'll go in close. This is a close-up. Here's another view. And because this one is difficult to see, I'm going to give you another view under the microscope. So this is still the zinc chloride plus the sodium hydroxide. Demonstration 9, copper 2 sulfate. Copper 2 sulfate. And potassium chromate. Potassium chromate. So copper 2 sulfate and potassium chromate. Here's a close view. But something curious is happening over time. So this is still the copper sulfate with the potassium chromate. And it's been sitting here for a little while. And here we are under the microscope. So what we have here is actually a secondary reaction. The chromate is dimerizing and becoming dichromate. This is something that chromate can do. Don't worry about the reaction for this secondary effect, but it is quite beautiful. Look at that. Demonstration 10. We'll be combining potassium iodide with lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. Potassium iodide with lead nitrate. potassium iodide with lead nitrate. So here we'll put the lead nitrate in first this time. The order doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter when you write the reactions either. You can write lead nitrate first, or you can write potassium iodide first. Potassium iodide. And here's a close-up. So that concludes our 10 demonstrations about double displacement reactions.